Hi, I'm Tatiana Mejia. I find true joy in traveling and eating. I'm a pioneer of gastronomic tourism in South America, and I'm so happy to welcome you to Bites and Sights. I want to take you on a journey to discover gastronomic tourism, an incredible way to explore the world through its flavors, traditions, and local communities. Today, we are diving into a really fascinating topic, full of flavor and meaning, the rise of gastronomic tourism in South America. This episode, called From Field to Table, gives you a look into the vibrant food scene in our region, which is quickly becoming a top destination for foodies and conscious travelers alike. We'll explore how South Americans' breathtaking landscapes don't just feed the eyes, they feed the land, growing exceptional ingredients that are at the heart of our traditional cuisines. From the Andes Mountains to the endless pampas, from the Amazon jungle to the Pacific coast, every single corner of this region has a food story worth telling. In this episode, we're zooming in on 4 iconic countries that are making waves in the world of food travel. Can you guess which ones? Well, we'll talk about the signature dishes, culinary techniques, and time-honored food traditions that not only satisfy your taste buds, but only connect travelers to the cultural roots of local communities. Get ready for a journey packed with aromas, textures, and flavors that stir your soul. We are celebrating the magic that happens when the best of the land meets the artistry at the table, and how this experience can totally change the way we travel, and maybe even the way we see the world. Let's kick off this ride full of history, passion, and most of all, flavor. All right, let's get into. Talking about food tourism in South America goes way beyond just what's on your plate. It's about identity, sustainability, and real human connection. It's about digging into the stories behind every ingredient. Have you ever done that? Every bite is a bridge to rural communities that farm using ancestral techniques, to colorful markets where tradition lives in the scents, the colors, and the textures, to the recipes passed down through generations, a true living legacy. Our culinary identity is bold and diverse. From my beloved Colombia arepa, a symbol of creativity and resilience of indigenous people, to quinoa and kiwicha from the Peruvian highlands. These are not just superfoods. These are also emblems of endurance and adaptability of ancient cultures. Food where tells you who we are. This culturally and ecologically rich region where every dish is a story made of land, history, and imagination. Sustainability plays a key role in this story. When we enjoy local foods like Colombian avocados, Peruvian or Chilean lucuma, or purple corn grown in Colombia or Peru, we are not just tasting something amazing. We are helping protect ecosystems and support small farmers. Take coffee in Colombia, for example. It's not just a world-famous drink. It's a gateway to mindful tourism. You can visit coffee farms that operate with fair trade and regenerative farming practice. It's a perfect sample, the Coffee Triangle in Colombia, where coffee farms have opened their doors to visitors, showing every step from seed to cup, where you can see a clear example of how the process have been adapted for tourists so they can experience it in a more mindful way, watching the whole journey from the coffee bean to cup, helping them tune into the smell and really enjoy the drink. In the Peruvian Andes, superfood production, as maca, isn't just good for your health. It's also lifting up rural economies in sustainable ways. And when we talk about connection, we are talking about real experiences, going beyond the standard tour, getting to know communities that open up their kitchens, their gardens, and most important, their hearts. That's the real magic. They share their way of life with us. I remember joining a small scale fishing experience on the coast of Chile, in Los Vilos, learning all about the locos. Yes, that's the way they are called. If you know that word in Spanish, locos, it's crazy. And ending the day with a bowl of carbonada de locos, absolutely delicious, or artisan fish on the Don Diego River in the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta in Colombia, followed by cooking right on the riverbank. What an experience! Or even being part of a gratitude ceremony for Pachamama in the Andes while preparing a communal meal. Honestly, there were no words for the kind of connection and emotion that comes from that. This builds real connections with both the people and the places. South America is a cultural mosaic, and you see it clear through its food, from Ecuadorian cocoa used to make some of the world's best fine chocolate. And hey, Colombia also producing amazing cocoa, to Argentina empanadas that change from province to province, each with their own twist. They are so amazing. This region has huge potential to attract not just tourists, but conscious travelers looking for truly transformative experiences. So today, I'm inviting you to be exactly that, a conscious traveler, someone who leaves a destination, tasting it, connecting with it, feeling it. Gastronomic tourism isn't just a trend, it's a powerful tool for change. By supporting local markets, small business, and native ingredients, we're fueling the local economy and empowering communities. Just take the Palo Quemao market in Bogotá or the Surquillo market in Lima, Peru. These aren't just places to buy food, they are lifelines for local marketers and vendors. This episode matters because it makes us pause and think about how we travel. It's not just about ticking places off the list. It's about experiencing them fully through taste, culture, and connection. In a world where travel is often surface level, food travel reminds us that tasting a place is the deepest way to understand it. It's travel with purpose, a celebration of heritage, and a way to promote tourism that benefits everyone, travelers and communities alike, by putting South America on the map as a top food destination. We don't just draw in people hungry for flavor. We celebrate who we are and build a tourism model that's more conscious, meaningful, and of course, delicious. You honestly can't imagine what it means to me to talk about the rise of food tourism in South America. It fills my heart and soul. When I first started looking into this concept behind the scenes back in 2006, hardly anyone even talked about gastronomic tourism. Thanks to Gastronomic Tourism movement in Peru, people finally start paying attention to key national flavors that will eventually put the countries on the global culinary map. That's how Peru's two most iconic flavors, ceviche and pisco sour, started getting the spotlight. At first, people didn't really get it. They thought food tourism just meant going to a restaurant. But I was convinced this could be a more meaningful, eye-opening way to experience the world. It became a journey of breaking down stereotypes, shaking up all ideas, educating both tourism and restaurant professionals, bringing two worlds together and showing travelers how flavors tell stories and connect us to the roots of a place. Today, South America has become a global reference point for people seeking out unforgettable culinary experiences. In this episode, I'm inviting you to dive into 4 countries that have played a key role in this transformation. Number 1, Peru. Number 2, Argentina. Number 3, Chile. And last but definitely not least, my beloved Colombia. And listen, these numbers don't mean one is better than the other. Each one is just as important and has amazing stories to share, along with fun facts and practical tips. I will be sharing some personal memories that I hope to inspire you to keep exploring and, of course, keep eating. Let's kick things off with Peru, a country that's practically become a synonym for food tourism. Did you know Lima is considered one of the top foodies capitals of the world? That is thanks to its mind-blowing fusion cuisine, blending Andean, Spanish, African, and Asian flavors in iconic dishes like ceviche and lomo saltado. On a trip through the Sacred Valley, I tasted native potatoes that left me speechless. There are over 3,000 varieties of potatoes in Peru. Can you believe that? Each one had a distinct taste and texture, like each one was telling its own story of survival and history. And if you're wondering which one was my favorite, it was the vein ones, paired with chicha morada. Absolutely delicious. Now you might be asking, wait, is chicha morada fermented? No, not at all. It's actually a super refreshing drink made from purple corn, pineapple peel, cinnamon, and lime. Sounds amazing, right? If you want to try it, go check out our blog. We have the recipe there waiting for you. Honestly, there are so many flavors in Peru. I could go on forever. I'll try to keep it short, but I have to tell you about my first visit to the San Pedro market in Cusco. I saw all kinds of local products, but what stood out the most were the traditional ovens, especially the ones roasting guinea pig and baking native empanadas. These are everyday flavors for the locals in Cusco. Now, let's talk about guinea pig or cuy. It's definitely a love it or hate it food. Some people love it. Some can even look at it. But let me tell you straight. The meat is kind of like chicken, and the skin gets crispy like pork crackling. So if you're into both, you probably love it. And those empanadas, just whoa. You gotta try them when you're traveling through South America. And don't forget to keep sipping on chicha morada. Seriously, one of the best drinks I have had in Peru. I have got so many delicious memories tied to South America, but especially to Peru. Chifa, the Peruvian Chinese fusion. Alfajores, anticuchos, sándwiches, the ones that are with crispy pork, lenguado, cecina, the algarrobina cocktail, causa with octopus and olives, pisco, even young Peruvian wines. Peru is a flavor wonderland, believe me. What we're experiencing today around food and the way we're reconnecting with its roots, it's really thanks to a few passionate people. They believe in the flavors of their land before anyone else did. Through their skills and professions, they have helped bring local cuisine to the spotlight, and that's what laid the foundation for what we now call food tourism. A standout example, Chef Virgilio Martinez. His spot on the 50 best list didn't happen overnight. It's the result of years of hard work, highlighting native ingredients and local stories in his dishes. One of my favorite memories is visiting his restaurant Central, right at the start of my journey through South America. So, are you ready for the next stop? Guess where we're landing? Think meat and wine. Are you guessing Colombia? Nope. Chile? Not yet. That leaves one, Argentina. Yeah, you got it. We're in Argentina, a dream spot for lovers of asado and great wine, where food isn't just about eating, it's a full-on ritual. An asado isn't just a way of cooking, it's a whole vibe. It brings people together around the fire. I remember being in Mendoza, invited to an outdoor asado, and I realized the secret to it all was patience. From lighting the fire to choosing the perfect cuts of meat, everything is done with love and intention. And of course, no asado is complete without wine. Argentina's signature grape, do you know which one is? Yeah, Malbec. While it was French origins, Argentina's is where it truly shines, especially in the Mendoza region. But hey, Argentina isn't just a steak and wine. I have to give a shout out to the Gourmet channel. Back in the day, it really helped me connect with Argentinian flavors from my own kitchen. That's how I discovered people like Francis Malman. His restaurant in Mendoza left a big impression on me, and his gray wine became one of my favorites. There's also locro, an incredible stew, plus all the different regional empanadas, fernet con coca, and facturas, which, by the way, are pastries, not recipes. And if you're a bread lover like me, Argentina is heaven. All this boom we see today, it didn't come out of nowhere. It's the result of consistent, passionate work by people who believe in the power of food to tell stories and connect us to a place. Now, I know I got on and on about food, but let's not forget about music. In Argentina, tango is just as essential. To wrap up out stop here, I invite you to listen to El Choclo. Nothing captures Argentina culture like the combo of flavor, music, and raw emotion that tango brings to life. Let's move on to Chile, a country where the landscape itself is reflected in every bite, from the fresh seafood of the Pacific coast to the bold, earthy flavors of Patagonia. Every dish tells a story. One of my most unforgettable culinary moments was at Borago, the restaurant by Chef Rodolfo Guzman. I'm talking about way back, maybe 2011 or 2012. I'll never forget his dish inspired by Patagonia. It came in a glass capsule that released a cold, minty smoke, mimicking the chill and moisture of the region. It was like taking a bite out of the landscape. I remember that minty flavor make me travel to the cold place. I remember walking back to my hotel in total way thinking, wow, this is what food can be. Hats off to you, Rodolfo. There's a reason Borago is one of the top restaurants in the world today. If you make it to Chile, don't miss curanto, a traditional dish cooked underground with seafood, meats, and potato. It's more than a meal. It's a whole cultural experience that brings people together. And speaking of seafood, Chile is actually the second largest salmon exporter in the world. But trust me, eating it fresh, straight from the water, is another level. Wondering where to try curanto? Head to Chiloé. It's like Chile's version of Eastern Island. Mystical, special, and full of stories, including the legend of El Trauco, a mystery figure said to get young women pregnant. No one knows how. No one's talked about it. And no one asks questions. Just wait for the baby. I have had so many memorable moments in Chile, from marraqueta with avocado, which tastes amazing anywhere, to terremoto at La Piojera, carbonada de locos in Los Vilos, machas a la parmesana at Casa Vieja, aged pisco from Mistral, and good old mote con huesillo from a street in Santiago. Seafood at the Central Market, completo hot dog at Domino, and yes, more empanadas. Pine Field ones are my favorite, but honestly, I can pick just one spot. They are delicious all over Chile. So, can we make a deal? If you're planning a trip to South America, promise me empanadas will be on your list. You won't regret it, I swear. And through those empanadas, you'll experience stories, traditions, and flavors from all across the continent. I want to thank all the Chileans who have embraced their culinary heritage, who have worked together and kept pushing forward. Thanks to their dedication, Chilean flavors are now on the world radar. And finally, we have made into my country, my beloved Colombia. Sure, we're famous for coffee, but our food is so much more diverse. Let me tell you about a small fishing town on the Caribbean coast where I had sancocho de pescado cooked over a wood fire. What made the experience unforgettable wasn't just the flavor, it was the stories shared with the local cooks, stories and recipes passed down from generations. Colombia is one of the most biodiverse countries on the planet, and the richness shines in ingredients like chontaduro. Now, this is one of my those love it or hate it flavors. When I was a little girl, I couldn't stand it, but on a trip to Guaviare, I gave it another shot, and wow, I had it with honey, salt, and a little chili. So good. You have to try it. And yes, sigh, because Colombia still surprises me, even as local. When I started this journey, no one really believed in Colombian food as part of tourism. We didn't have internationally known restaurants or a strong push to put our cuisine to the map. But let me tell you, Colombian food is full of magic. People always ask me, what's the best cuisine you have ever tried? And they cut me off, assuming I said Peru. But I respond, nope, it's Colombian. Not just because I'm from here, but because I have discovered so many incredible, often unknown flavors. Take reculambay, for example. I tried it in Tumaco, right on the Pacific coast, cooked by the local communities by the sea. Hardly anyone, even Colombians, know this dish exists. exist, but it's where but it's here, and it's beautiful. It's exquisite. Connecting with so many communities across Colombia has been an amazing privilege. It allowed me to rediscover our signature products, our coffee, beer, cocoa, bananas, vanilla. We have so much. In fact, if you visit Colombia every day for a year, I promise you could try a different fruit every single day. Just like Peru has its potato, we have our fruits. It's unbelievable. All our regions, the Caribbean, the Andes, the Pacific, the Amazon, and the Llanos, have their own unique flavors and magic. I'm deeply thankful to the folks who have worked hard to spotlight Colombian food, from anthropologist Esther Sanchez to the folks behind culinary schools like Verde Oliva and the incredible team at Savannah University, where students explore a different destination each semester and truly feel the flavors of their country. It makes me so happy to see Amazonian cuisine reaching fine dining tables, thanks to chefs like Juan Gallego and Andrew Sarrieta. Today, Colombia haute cuisine is a reality, and that would be unthinkable not long ago. Over time, South America has gone from being overlooked in the fine dining scene to becoming a major global reference. Restaurants like Don Julio in Buenos Aires, Maido in Lima, El Chato in Bogotá, and Celele in Cartagena have put us on the map. And by the way, did you know the number one dish in the world in 2024 was Colombian lechona? Yep, lechona. If someone had said that 20 years ago, no one would believe it. Also, among the top 50 best cuisines in the world, you guess it: Peru, Chile, Argentina, and Colombia. The same countries we have been talking about today. This fills my heart with joy. A lot of joy. I can express the way I feel right now with the things that I'm looking up. Connecting with the flavors of South America is more than a treat for your taste buds, but it's a way to support communities, preserve traditions, and promote sustainable travel. As food travelers, we get to explore with all our senses, not just tasting the dishes, but understanding the cultures and the people behind them. I truly hope this journey has inspired you, inspired you to travel more mindful and to celebrate everything South America has to offer in every single bite. And sorry, I'm so speechless that my mouth is not working correctly right now. Thank you very much. And just like that, we have reached the end of this delicious tour through South America, a region that shows us how food can be a bridge between cultures, a driver of sustainable tourism, and a powerful way to travel with both your heart and your taste buds wide open. Today, we explore the richness of Peruvian cuisine with its unique fusion of flavors, the soulful ritual of Argentinian barbecue, the coastal and mountain flavors of Chile, and Colombia's surprising culinary diversity that goes way beyond coffee. Every destination has a story to tell, and food is hands down on the best way to tell it. If this episode sparks something in you, if it made you want to discover South America one bite at a time, I love you to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. And hey, if you're listening on Spotify or wherever you tune in, leaving a quick review will mean the world to me. It helps me reach more curious travelers and food lovers like you. So now I have got to ask, what country in South America is next on your foodie bucket list? Or maybe you're already had a delicious experience you want to share? I'm on Instagram at @astuviajegourmet, and I had absolutely loved to hear from you. I'm also on Facebook, always ready to chat and connect with fellow flavored travelers. Before I wrap up, here's a little heads up. Here's getting close to the launch of the next season of this amazing podcast. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. And one last thing, I have added a fun little poll on Spotify. I'd love to know which of the countries we talk about today you will want to visit first, just for the food. Your answer help me understand you better and create content that really hits home. Thanks so much for joining me on this culinary adventure. I'm Tatiana Mejia, and remember, it's always a good time to listen bites and sides. Until next time. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next ones. And if you think this kind of content could inspire another traveler, a foodie friend, or even someone who's just curious about the world, share it. Drop a comment, send the link, post about it. It's an amazing way to help more people discover this more conscious and meaningful way of traveling. And with that, we wrap up today's episode. Just remember, every trip, every bite is a chance to connect more deeply with the world around us. So wherever you are, keep exploring, keep tasting, keep discovering. Because at the end of the day, the best way to know a place is to eat it. We'll meet again in the next episode. Until then, keep traveling with an open heart.